Hey guys, how are you? This is Tom Burkart from Revs Daily in the 2015 Toyota Camry XSE with a V6. So this is, the XSE actually only comes with a V6 and it's now the most loaded Camry model in the 2015 lineup. Looks really good and drives really well. It's pretty fun. I've been driving on the paddle shifters. I've been really impressed by the 6-speed's responsiveness. So let's just do a quick brake torque launch. Traction control off. And we've got it in sport mode. so we'll obviously peel out really enthusiastically, as we just saw. And the car is almost perfect. I mean, this Toyota Camry is as the sportiest model, has firmer tuning in the new suspension. It's an all new suspension design with digressive dampers, which are really cool, and and they allow the car to control its body movements laterally when there is like a sharp left or right input, but so they firm up at that point. But they also stay pretty soft for going over, you know, any kind of like rough surfaces or stuff like that. So overall, I mean, and the car is fast. I mean, it's fast. So that's really good, really quick, good heavy steering. It's very responsive and has really good flow. It's hard to think of anything that's really wrong with the vehicle as a driver's car, which, you know, for a front-wheel drive car and a Camry no less is pretty shocking to say, because, you know, you would think like, okay, if you really wanted a sports car, you would try to get something like rear drive, like the entry-level BMW 320i, for example, or even something like the Lexus IS 250. But these days, you know, those cars make a lot of compromises. They don't have very much power. They're really small in the back seat, and they're not as family friendly as this, you know, automatic Camry with you know, with all this great equipment, including like the N-Tune JBL system, which is a optional feature on this car and definitely worth it. So it's $805 and it comes with the bigger touchscreen, subwoofer, all that stuff. But, you know, in terms of like hard driving, I mean, the Camry is ready to play when you want to, especially this XSE model. And it looks very distinctive versus previous generations where the SE has just sort of been, you know, has been a little more anonymous. And I'm really pleased with it. The brakes are all new. There's a new brake boot, like a dual stage brake booster. So we've got like really sharp firm inputs and great stopping distances, but a very firm pedal that's new, and it's not just firm like when you initially push it. It's actually like really firm throughout the travel, a lot like a luxury car, or, you know, like a real sports car would be. So those are all great things. And so what was the argument? So the argument might be, okay, if you really want a sports car, go with like a rear wheel drive, something like that. But you're making a lot of compromises for that decision. You know, you have a lot less power, of course, but you also have just like a lot less general usability. Whereas this car seems to deliver a lot of fun, but it's also able to be, you know, relaxed and totally effortless, and have what Toyota calls QDR, which is quality, durability, and reliability through the roof. So those are all pretty good traits, and they might not be something that comes as standard when you're getting like a stripped out 4-cylinder rear-wheel drive luxury car. And the last thing is that if you wanted to have a rear drive, you know, like like some kind of like serious performance sports sedan, you're going to be getting like the real stripper model for the prices of this Camry. So this XSE V6 has a base sticker price of $31,650, and that's the same as the XLE V6, and then equipped with a couple of the paddles are really good, really quick responses. So this is still floored down to third. Okay, so it still will shift, you know, even though I had the pedal floored. You're getting a lot of value with this car. Honestly, I'm having trouble thinking of like who would not, you know, really enjoy driving this car on a daily basis. It's effortless, but is like pretty playful when you want to do it. And So from that, like, let's say $32,000 base price, you can then add like a couple safety options and stuff like that and get it up to this loaded price that we have right now, which is about $35,750. And but from there, you got everything you could want. I mean, you've got this really nice new stitching on the doors and like a hyper suede effect on some, and on the leather seats are like a dual material on the XSE. It looks pretty good, looks fresh, feels eager, it's pretty playful. So I'm just doing this on paddles. So second gear, a little bit of push, but not too bad. So I mean, it's pretty fun, pretty fast. You could drive the shit out of this thing. You could drive it to work and get there, you know, as fast as you could in any M5 or 335i. But you know, you're just you could really cruise under the radar, because this is a car that, you know, your wife is going to approve, or your husband, and you know, your kids are not going to think that this is like a sports car to tool around in until they get behind the wheel, and then they're going to realize that this car is seriously fun and really, really pretty fast. So those are this thing car has a lot going for it. I'm a big fan. Let's go to first gear now. It's got power to spare. It's a little bit wet right here. We're in Florida, near Ponte Vedra, which is like a beautiful beach community near Jacksonville. So just taking this quick drive. I'm really, really impressed with the car. I think that buyers will love it, and if you got right out of, let's say, like a $50,000 like Lincoln MKZ, for example, or like even like the Infiniti Q50, and right into this Camry V6 XSE, you wouldn't be that, you know, you would be pretty impressed, frankly. It's got a lot of things going for it that's in 2015 that it never has had before. So you should check it out if you love sporty cars. If you love pace, this V6 model is well worth the upgrade and sprints to 60 miles an hour in about 5.9 seconds, which is straight up fast in anyone's book. But especially in a car as like silent and usable and comfortable and efficient as the 2015 Camry. All right, we'll try to take another video. We'll see how it goes.